The emblem of the Southern Cross. It was on that very day that the aircraft bearing the mark of the Southern Hemisphere brought about the defeat of LASATH forces. But the story barely made the news, and the Army showed no apparent reaction. Almost nightly, LASATH's commanding officer, Diego Gaspar Navarro, plays host to grand banquets within Gaia's Tower. This evening, he is once again proudly trumpeting the glory of his airborne fortress. I've heard the speech so many times, it feels like I wrote it. Which, in a way, is a good thing, because it lets me concentrate on enjoying the food instead. As I gazed out the window at the night sky, I felt as if even the phases of the moon were somehow at odds with those of the Northern Hemisphere. The words of a fellow reporter, who fancied himself a connoisseur of fine wine, really got me thinking about the price of the glass of wine in my hand. One glass of it is roughly equivalent to several years of a LASATHian citizen's salary. Haven't the long years of civil war left LASATH an impoverished and war-torn nation? Whatever the case, much is unclear about the flow of money in LASATH. Ever since I arrived here, I've only covered stories the military had approved. However, this particular mystery just might be worth investigating on my own. The idea was nothing more than the product of an idle mind, at least at the time.
Okay, let's get started with a report of the situation. I think our best option under the circumstances would be to head towards Santa Elva. Santa Elva is a strategic location that we have to pass through to get to the capital, Griswold. However, there are several other strategic points on the way to Santa Elva. Which points you choose and in what order you do so is up to you. It looks like your decisions will affect the course of this battle. I know it's an immense responsibility, but there's no one else to count on. We're relying on you to get us through this. It appears that the enemy's Miller unit is gathering at Kings Hill. It looks like they're trying to take back Port Patterson. I wonder what they're up to. Next, we have reports that the Allied Davis unit is cut off at Stand Canyon. Gleipnir took off from Puna Base and is currently standing by at Terminus Island. With the long strike range of the Gleipnir, there's not much our forces can do. It appears that the enemy is moving towards Stand Canyon to eliminate our remaining forces. We'll need those remaining forces in our attack on Santa Elva, so I think we should probably send help. If left alone, they'll be helpless against the aerial fortress, just like what happened to us at Cape Aubrey. Also, Santa Elva is a key location for the enemy, and I think they'll concentrate their forces there. We'll have major problems if they send in their aerial fortress. I'll give you more details once you decide on a route. Please tell me which route you plan to take. LASATH's Miller unit has taken control of Port Patterson. Your mission is to take it back. Reports say that the enemy unit swooped in on Port Patterson from Kings Hill, completely overtaking our forces stationed there. We should have paid more attention to the enemy's movements. This position must be retaken as soon as possible. Port Patterson is an important refueling station. Without access to fuel, our forces won't be able to carry on the battle much longer. Intelligence confirms that the Miller unit plans to use the port complex to shield themselves from our attack. We need to clear them out, but attacking with indiscretion will only result in damage to the facilities. Without the facilities intact, Port Patterson is useless. Use utmost discretion in capturing the port.
support complex will be displayed on your MPG. Aim your attacks carefully. We want to avoid damaging the complex where possible. We stay hidden within the complex. This time he is mine. Come on. Shoot if you think you're good enough to hit me. If this base is destroyed, it's your loss. I see them. I didn't them. Aircraft damaged.
We've succeeded in ousting the Miller unit hiding within the port complex and have once again taken control of Port Patterson. This should also relieve some of the stress on our fuel reserves. Luckily, the city survived the assault with surprisingly little damage. Still, the ferocity of the enemy counterattack was completely unexpected. The enemy can take back a point as soon as you turn your back. We'll have to be more cautious of the enemy's strategy from now on.